Another day, another freaking live. Let's do this. We have a lot to go, a lot to talk about today. But first, let's get this lighting in place. Um, Looks like I'm never ready. Looks like I'm just never ready for this to start. Um, Gotta set up the live stream. Okay, gotta set up the live stream on the other phone. Let's do this thing. Gotta get the Streamlabs open. Got the Streamlabs open. Now we're gonna go live. We're gonna go live right now. Right now we're going live. And we're just gonna hit this button. And it's all set and ready to go. Oh, and now we put it on this nice stand because it has to be upright and people need to be able to see what I'm doing so they can properly understand what to do next. Why am I singing? Just singing random things while feeling in a singing mood. Today is a singing day, even though I don't got the notes. But today is Saturday, so we got a lot to talk about. We got a little late head start, but it's okay because we're gonna hit the top of the bar. Wow. Okay. You see, like I'm not ready at all. Okay, is that charging? That's charging. That is charging. Alright, I think we're good to go. We have that there. Is that bright enough? I don't know. I don't know what's going on with my setup. Every day is changing. Hopefully this is properly lit. Hopefully my scene looks as it's supposed to look. There. And this one right there. Alright. There. This bounces off of that, I noticed. Okay, are we evenly lit? Are we evenly lit? The camera looks a little sideways, which I don't know why. That's my little rock. My little rock. Someone moved my little rock. Why is my little rock not properly in the right place? It definitely. That's right. That's left. That's right. That's left. Okay, something's going on here, but I think we just gotta deal with it. Let's flip it one more time and let's spin it this way. Nope. Same thing. Sideways, straight, sideways, straight, sideways, straight, sideways. You know what? Do I care? Not too much. I don't care too much. So we're just gonna let it be. Cause we gotta start this live stream. or else we'll be here all night. And I don't wanna be here all night. 'Cause I want to sleep and I want to take a nap and I want to enjoy my day. Who texted me? Hey, maybe next Saturday. Yeah, I think that'd be fine. I think that'd be fine. It's already 8:31. It's a little too late for this Saturday. So we're just gonna do it next Saturday. And that's fine. And that is okay with me. So welcome. Welcome to the live stream. We gotta check if everything's working because imagine talking for an hour and it wasn't recording. Imagine. Can you imagine that? I can't. I can't. That'd be silly. That'd be silly of you to do. What? Imagine talking for an hour and nobody listening to you. Cause it's not even live. Wow. Hey, what are you doing? What you got? Okay. Oh, so many random people doing lives nowadays. So many random people doing lives. Connecting chats, connecting chats. Whoa, you see? Right here is not working. Not working. Why is it not working? Did our live just end right here? Nope. It's still live and working, but it's not showing on the app. Why isn't it showing? Why isn't it working properly? We gotta fix this thing before we continue with the daily news. I'm really in the mood to just sing my heart out, even though I don't have the right notes. I think we'll just keep on singing because I enjoy it. And I think it'll be just fine. Okay, we're getting right into it. That works. That works properly. Now let's check out this YouTube. See if that's working properly. All of this should have been done before I even hit the live stream, but you know what? If you are here, you're here, and then you're gonna be watching what I'm saying. So I think you'll survive. You'll survive, and you'll be fine. You can spend like 8 minutes of your whole entire day just listening to me sing and prepare. I don't think it's gonna hurt your day. I don't think you're gonna be uh freaking hindered or stopped in any way. So just listen to me yap a little bit. How about that? We're just gonna listen to me do a little yapping, do a little random talking, and do a little um, blabbing, because we are here to do the news report, to do a little yapping, and yeah. Okay, so we're gonna start off with a little prompted yapping, right? Because the chat is freaking crickets. It is literally all crickets. So I gotta be my own freaking I gotta be my own chat here and come up with some things. Um, how do you? This is a good one. This is a good one. How do you feel about growing older? I don't feel, and I don't know if this is a common experience with most people, but it's just I understand and I see time going by and I see things changing and and things develop with time and with life and but I don't I don't realize it. One second I'm there, being present and being aware of what I'm doing, and then the next second 2 years have gone by. Like I have all the memories and all the whole steps, but I've been so much in the present moments that I don't experience the lapse of time. Like I don't realize that we are in the future. Yeah, hello. This is this is the future. We're living in the future, but yet it's like it doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like it at all. When I start to think about my memories as a child, they're so clear as if it happened yesterday, and I have not disassociated myself with that childhood personality. That I like when I think of myself looking through my eyes at the world and seeing everything that's going on around me, I still am the exact same person observing everything, observing, watching, and realizing the things of life. Still the exact same person I was as a kid, as a teenager, and an adult. It's all been the same. The only thing that has happened is my situation on the outside has changed. I'm in another country. I'm with different people. I hang out in different places. Uh, my responsibilities are different, but within my own cognitive self, it is still has not changed whatsoever. So I don't feel myself growing older at 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 all. I just see my surroundings changing, and I don't know if that's the same for everybody, because I hear a lot of people just talk about how time flies. Time flies. It's like, but they don't fully articulate what that means for themselves. Time flies as in you accept that things are changing, or do you truly not experience the time um, that has gone through, right? Just is time collapsed for you as well? How do you experience time on that level? Because for me is it's completely different, and I never never understood why. I never fully grasped that uh, part of my life. um Literally, I can think back to any memory that I have, and it's me sitting in those shoes. It's not like um I'm describing a different person. It's not like I'm describing me as a child. I have the memory so clear. So how do I feel about growing older? It's the same. It's the same. Just the only thing that changes is your surroundings, and that's obvious, because if you were stuck in the same place in the same freaking location, then you wouldn't experience time, right? So movement through space is what creates the experience of time, right? It's the fourth. I have it all written down. It's the force of movement through space that you experience, because if you're at location A and then you move through location B, you experience the time in between. If you stayed in location A and did not move whatsoever, but you do. Let's see, another one. Do, 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 do. These are interesting questions. Do you adapt easily to change, or is it hard for you? Change is the easiest thing in the world for me. Why? Because I think comes from my objective understanding of reality. Like, I see the world as it is. And I understand that we are inside of creation. Um, and that the infinite, boundless God has an awareness of time as a whole, right? Has has the whole entire timeline in full awareness. And so for me, I don't worry, stressed about the small, daily, mundane things, or even the bigger things about life. I don't worry whatsoever, right? Because I know that the this infinite God is in awareness of what everything that is going to happen. So why would I worry about this? Why would I invest time into thinking and making it hard on myself? But instead, I put all my trust that I know whether this happens or this happens, I will just experience it, live through it, and move forward. Right? I it's not so much stress that I put into myself of, oh, I don't like this, I don't want this, I prefer it this way. It's just trust. Trust that everything is meant to play out how it's supposed to play out. And my part and my um my side is just to experience things and come up with um the under un, be the observer. It kind of ties with the other one of about growing up. Growing up, I learned to trust, to have full and complete trust, because at the end of the day, everything, everything always works out. Even if when you're in the deep end, you know, and I've come to understand that there's always another side. There's always a path to get to the other side. There's always a hand guiding, whether directly or indirectly. There's a higher purpose for every single thing that happens. And for me, my goal is just to understand that. Understand that. And by understanding, I can be able to accept life as it comes and change my ways. If because all of these human things and desires and way of life that we have, that is a fallen way of life, right? That does not fulfill our inner hearts. It does not fulfill our inner mind. We are stuck in a loop, in a daily loop that it's so hard to break out of. But at the it is actually not. It is so simple, just a shift of awareness that wow, actually God is in full control. So let me submit my whole being, my whole life to God. Let me give my life away, because if I keep trying to control things, and if I keep trying to adjust things and have all these desires, all these wants, all these needs, that creates either fear or anger or just disappointments in my life. So why would I continue on that same path? I cannot trust my mind if I'm in a fallen state. So I give my mind to God, so that the only thing I'm always thinking of in here is God. The only thing I'm always circling around is how to satisfy God. How can I be in alignment with God? So that makes change so easy. It makes change so easy. It makes being able to let go of anything, go through any situation, adapt, because there's trust, and you're not limiting yourself. You're not creating this inner dialogue that always is always arguing with you. Life just feels more freeing. And it's that it's that exact um what do you call it? There's a specific term when something is this way but is actually that way. Let me think about it. I can't think about it. But whenever it's like you think you need more freedom by liberating yourself and doing whatever you want, and uh, you know, rebelling. But true freedom comes from complete discipline. That is where freedom truly lies. That is the core of what freedom means, right? Control in order to have true freedom. That's just my experience. That's that's what I've learned throughout life. That's what I've experienced. And how do you handle regrets? That's these three are kind of tied, right? These three are kind of tied together. So how do I handle the regrets? It goes exactly the same way. The only way to handle regret is to understand that if you did not have that experience, you wouldn't be where you are right now. And where you are right now is where you're meant to be. For several reasons, whether you have whether there's a lesson, whether there's something you are running away from, whether something you're putting in the back of your mind, or if you're actually moving forward and it's a sort of test. And I'm today I'm not using any specific terms, right, that I usually use, but just trying to be broad and open, right? I'm not using specific terms and vocabulary that is aligned, but these are the terms that are coming to my mind right now. So it's like these things happened for a reason, and I've been put in place to experience that and then overcome or learn or change my ways because of that thing. So, how can I regret something when it is meant to be, right? And then if I'm regretting it, it's a clear it is a clear sign that there's no trust in God. It's a clear sign that I am limiting my mind to my um, basic fallen human behavior, right? I'm allowing my inner thoughts to take over rather than trusting God and moving on with my life. So to have regret is it's okay to have regrets, but it's a symptom. Is a symptom of something greater, right? And if you address the greater thing, I feel like it's better. um I always feel like it's better to go directly to the source and find out exactly what is happening and what's going on, right? Because if I just go on the surface and I put a band-aid on it, have I really done anything? Have I done anything? No. So going to the full extent and actually understanding why am I feeling regret? Where is this regret coming from? Is it fear based? Is it anger based? Right? And then working through how has this event that I regret changed the way I think? How has this event that I feel regret for brought me to a different place in life? And then why do I feel that way? Right? So going through these layers changes your perspective, um, and puts the power back into God's hand, trusting and understanding that at the end of the day, it is for your higher good. It is for you to learn and overcome and become better, because we are called in our soul to become perfect. As human beings, we must aim to reach perfection. And where where is our aim? Like, what does perfection look like? What does perfection feel like? What does perfection um show itself as. And the only way that it makes the most objective sense is this. This is what perfection is. And we are called to rise above ourselves and reach that level. By following the exact same steps and the clear paved road that's been laid out for us. And many have done that. Many have gone down that path and shown and proven that it is the true narrow path that hurts, that is difficult, but it's like a chisel and a nail on a rock, and you chisel away everything that is not supposed to be there, that you've learned throughout your life by the way you were raised, the things you saw, the people you hanged around with. The world that we live in has influenced you to be the way you are today. So, through this, through this, you can start to chisel away at everything and leave behind only the truth. And the truth is that this is perfection. And we've been shown that we can attain this with our own will and intentions and desire to do it. You cannot be forced to. You cannot be pushed to. You cannot be miraculously just lifted. It's through pure human efforts that you walk down those specific steps and you lay down your worldly life for that purpose, for that higher calling, for that true representation of reality. Buenas, buenas. Looks like you're a little late to the stream. Are you still there? Hello. It's because I never have the chat open. I never have the chat open, so I always miss it. I always miss when someone types in the chat. I need to start having the chat open more. I just ate a Subway, some hot Cheetos, and a Coke, which is not within my normal diet. So I'll be going crazy, especially with the Cheetos and the Coke. Like I'm not hindered by it, but my preferred optimal diet for me is fruits only throughout the entire day. If I get hungry, only fruits, and if they're water-based fruits, even better. The more water that the fruit has, the better, right? I want to only have fruits throughout the whole day, and then at the end of the day, every other day, I have a meal with only raw vegetables and a nice piece of steak. Like, how good of a freaking diet does that sound? How like it just is so fresh. Like, you don't even have to see it in front of you to imagine just the freshness and the goodness that it has when you're eating only fruits and then only raw vegetables and then a big piece of meat. Like, I feel like I'm out in the field and a freaking paradise and just eating what's there. And then I go into whichever supermarket, and I walk through the middle aisles, and it's like, what is this? What even is all this food? It is all like grain based, all pasty stuff, all like, if it's something baked, something fried, something cereal, bars, um it's like, I mean, there's an infinite number of things that they've come up with that is all human made. And not to even give credit to the fruits and vegetables, because they're all genetically freaking uh mm, breeded. They've all been breeded by humans. Corn is not the same corn that was growing out in the freaking fields. Brussels sprouts, broccoli, all of these things are human bred. Not most recently genetically uh injected and grown in a lab, how your mind instantly goes to. There's not that. But throughout hundreds and thousands of years, we have bred plants and fruits to be bigger, to be more sugary, to be uh, different colors. All of it humans have their fingers on. A lot of it is not natural. Let me see. Like wild mustard. Do you know how many things? Do you understand how many things comes from wild mustard? Let me tell you right now. Let me explain to you exactly what wild mustard. Wild mustard has been made into several edible and useful forms. Primarily, let me look it up. Primarily, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, kale, broccoli, cauliflower. All of that comes from one plant. That you understand how crazy that is? Wild mustard is the ancestor of several common vegetables, selectively bred over centuries. So, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, kale, broccoli, cauliflower, and more come from one plant that humans have selectively bred over time. So, if humans never showed up on Earth, we would have never had that. Never had that. But we selectively bred it to specific things. So can you imagine, like, if these if these vegetables are already selectively bred, do you understand what's in the middle aisle of the grocery store? Just pure pure junk and genetically modified or constructed or made or it is literally dog food in the middle aisle. You, if you go to the grocery market and you walk to any of the middle aisles, you are literally eating dog food. You're not having real, no, any real food when you go to the middle aisles. Because even the fruits and vegetables are selectively bred. They're not wild, natural growing things. It's not natural things. It is something that's been selectively bred over centuries. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy to think about and understand? Let's see. What else? What else other than selectively than wild than wild mustard has been selectively bred? Let's see. Carrots, tomatoes, corn, potatoes, cucumbers, squash and pumpkins, lettuce, apple, wheat, barley, rye. Like, it's insane. It's insane. Our whole entire diet didn't exist. It did it our whole entire diet literally did not exist. Bro, I'm trying. I'm trying. You can look it up. You literally look it up. It's all right there. Wolfram is literally all right there. You can try. Come on, I do it. I would love that. I would love that. I would love you for you to prove me wrong. Come on, can you try? I will. I will. I will spread it and get it ready for you. If you can show me proof that it is not. All of these fruits, all of it is genetically freaking selectively bred by humans over centuries. Anything that you eat from the supermarket is human made, even the fruits and the vegetables. But if you're going down the middle aisle, you're eating straight dog food. And anybody can fucking come for me and test me. I dare y'all. You mad because you eat shit every day? That's your problem, not mine. I'm. You had to make two separate accounts to actually freaking comment something. That's crazy. Hell yeah, one plant lies. Dude, yeah, look it up. You freaking 13-year-old. Look it up. Test it. Test me. What other things you want to go for? I got all the information right here for your ass. I don't mind going over all of it. Especially if you have two separate accounts to be a big talker. I'm willing to back my shit up. I'm willing to back my oh shit, not the camera, this camera. I'm willing to back the shit up. Damn, y'all fell asleep. I never look at the chat. Damn. I always miss it. I always miss the chat. Every single time. Every single damn time. Okay, we're gonna keep going. Let's see. Carrots, tomatoes, corn, pepper, tomato, potatoes, cucumbers, squash, lettuce, apples, all freaking bread. All bread. Basically, almost every major vegetable or grain has a wild ancestor that humans selectively bred for taste, size, or other traits. Sugary. We made carrots like a million times more sugary. Wild carrots are sour, are literally horrible to taste. Let's see. It's crazy to make a different account just to comment double things. That's crazy. Do you have two accounts just for that purpose? Just so you can go rant? Just so you can go start ranting on things you don't understand, literally, on talking about things you don't understand with two accounts in the chat. All right, chat. All right, chat. What's next? Um, what were we talking about? I don't even know how we got to this point. We were talking about food. We were talking. Oh, how about how I ate? So yeah. So the ideal way I like to eat is every other day. So one day is a complete fast, and the day after that, we do a only fruits throughout the whole day, and at the end of the day, uh, raw vegetables and a big piece of steak. That is such an ideal freaking meal. But today I had hot Cheetos. Today I had some hot Cheetos and a nice Coke with some Subway. In my Subway, I put some turkey, some pepperoni, some nice shredded cheese. I had it double toasted. Then I put some spinach, some tomatoes, some onions, some uh, oil, vinegar, and some salt and pepper, and then some chipotle sauce, and then a bunch of those crispy little corn thingies. It's absolutely. Mm. I just got I just got hungry. I'm just thinking about it. All right. And that's why I have energy today. That's exactly why I have energy, and I feel like chilling. Let's see. Today we're going to be we're going to go right into the news. We're 50 minutes in, but now we have the news to do. That was my yapping, my prompted yapping. Then we did a little system talk about how I like to systemize my just diet and eating. Then we did a little. Now we're gonna do a little news report. Then we go over the live alerts and then commentary on the news. We might analyze the market. Today's Saturday, so the markets are closed. Actually, nah, no analyzing the markets today. We can do watch some YouTube and then go straight into updating our whole thing of what we've been doing throughout the day with the brand and the companies. So let's go right into it. Where's my thing? Don't want to miss the chat anymore, bro. If I just caught the chat at the right time, we could continue the conversation, and I would have chat activity, and it would suggest me to the top of Kick, and that is will be good. I don't care who's talking, as long as someone's talking. I don't care who or what they say, as long as someone is there. Like right now, I got another person. Who the fuck is this person just watching? What are you doing? Is it Luana? Are you watching? Why don't you freaking say something? I don't need viewers. I need people freaking talking. I need someone talking shit. Come on. Whoa. Whoa. Everything's falling. Great. How did that even happen? Bro, this guy really made an account just to comment two things. Let's see. Mm, we're gonna go over the news. Let's see. The news top headlines. Let's jump right into it. I'm gonna delete this. Don't need that right now. I guess I could have it pulled up here. Let's see if I can pull it up here. Kink.com/Mr. Hugo. Not working. Is it working? Watch now. Hey, okay. Now we have that on the left. And if we minimize it and we take it out of there, then we can make it small. No. Let's do this. Split left, and then you split right. And then we have access to both. And then that is the chat right there, which is what I want. Nope, that's not what I want. Just want to be able to see when the chat comes in. Who calls non a grandma? Non sounds like a Jewish person. Non, you're non. What the fuck? Okay, we have everything open. Now sex. We're now like news report headlines, world headlines. That's the one that matters. So this one should be bigger. Huh? That's fine. Top U.S. and world headlines today: shooting at Brown University in Rhode Island. A mass shooting at Brown University in province left at least 2 dead and 8 critically injured during an exam week. Police are hunting a suspect still at large. Authorities are urging the community to shelter in place as the investigation continues. Political and legal political and legal turmoil in Washington, D.C. House Democrats released new Jeffrey Epstein estate photos, including figures like Trump and Clinton, prompting White House denials of a political hoax. Simultaneously, House Republicans unveiled a controversial. What just happened? Okay, alrighty. Now it's back to being twisted. Oh, great. That's just what we wanted. It's back to being twisted. No way. We had it set up properly. Okay. Ah, that should be that should be good enough. What happened? What happened? We have enough battery. Now we have to start all over. Great. That's fine. We're gonna start all over and do this again. All right. Top US and world headlines today: a shooting at Brown University in Rhode Island. Mass shooting. What? Top top US and world headlines today: shooting at Brown University in Rhode Island. A mass shooting at Brown University in province left at least 2 dead and 8 critically injured during exam week. Police are hunting a suspect still at large. Authorities are urging the community to shelter in place as the investigation continues. Political and legal turmoil in Washington, D.C. House Democrats released new Jeffrey Epstein's estate photos, including figures like Trump and Clinton, prompting White House denials of a political hoax. Simultaneously, House Republicans unveiled a controversial simul and also House House. Why don't we start all over? Why not? Sure, why not? Why not? We have all the time in the world, all the time in the world. Why don't we start all over? Top US, top US and world headlines today: shooting at Brown University in Rhode Island. A mass shooting at Brown University in Providence left at least 2 dead and 8 critically injured during exam week. Police are hunting a suspect still at large. Authorities are urging the community to shelter in place as the investigation continues. Political and legal political and legal turmoil in Washington, D.C. House Democrats House Democrats released new Jeffrey Epstein estate photos, including figures like Trump and Clinton, prompting White House denials of a political hoax. Simultaneously, House Republicans unveiled a controversial. Why do I keep saying controversial? Controversial. 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 Controversial is the word. We're just gonna do it all over again. I don't care. I don't care. If you're watching this later on, just hang in with me. Just hang in there with me. Top US and world headlines today. Top US and world headlines today. A shooting at Brown University in Rhode Island. A mass shooting at Brown University in Providence left at least 2 dead and 8 critically injured during exam week. Police are hunting a suspect still at large. Authorities are urging the community to shelter in place as the investigation continues. Political and legal turmoil in Washington, D.C. House Democrats released new Jeffrey Epstein's estate photos, including figures like Trump and Clinton, prompting White House denials of a political hoax. Simultaneously, House Republicans unveiled a controversial healthcare proposal that does not extend Affordable Act subsidies, potentially affecting 22 million Americans. U.S. civic health rating downgraded. A global watchdog, Civicus, downgraded the U.S. civic health status from narrowed to obstructed, highlighting decline in free speech and civil society protections under the current administration. In global headlines, Supreme Court and Federal Reserve power case. The U.S. Supreme Court is poised to back Trump's authority to fire regulatory agency officials, though it's hesitant to extend that power over the Federal Reserve in a major constitutional and economic case. Peace talks ahead of European summit. US and Ukrainian representatives are meeting in Berlin before a major European summit to discuss a potential ceasefire and peace framework nearly 3 years into the Russia Ukraine conflict. Peace talks. Russia Ukraine war continues. Ukrainian forces have reportedly retaken parts of Kupiansk and encircled Russian troops in renewed offensive actions. Russia Ukraine continues. Ukrainian forces have reportedly retaken parts of Kupiansk and encircled Russian troops in a renewed offensive actions, continuing intense fighting nearly 1,400 days into the war. Global and regional conflicts. Embassies reported U.S. soldiers and an interpreter killed in an ambush in Syria. Israel conducted strikes in Gaza targeting Hamas leader amid ongoing tensions. Peacemakers were killed by a drone strike on a UN facility in Sudan. Fighting continues on the Thailand-Cambodia border despite claims of ceasefire. These developments were reported in international bulletins on December 14th. I just read the whole news that I wrote I wrote down and I did not want to read that one. I was not going to read that one, and I had it pulled up And then my brain just instantly went, oh, oh, we're reading this one. Damn, bro. Damn. I read the wrong one. Okay. Gotta do it again. Damn. Top US and world top US and world headlines today. Mass shooting at Brown University in Rhode Island. A mass shooting at Brown University in Providence left at least two people dead and eight injured during final exams. Police are actively investigating, and the suspect status is not yet confirmed. U.S. House Republicans unveil controversial U.S. House Republicans unveil controversial healthcare plan. House Republicans released a last-minute healthcare proposal that excludes and that excludes extending Affordable Care Act subsidies, potentially raising insurance costs for millions. Trump's administration shifts towards isolationist policy. The U.S. administration is intensifying an isolationist agenda, tightening immigration restriction, expanding travel bans, and proposing tariffs, drawing criticism that it could weaken international alliances. In world headlines, ceasefire talks between US and Ukraine ahead of European summit. US and Ukrainian delegates are meeting in Berlin to discuss potential ceasefire terms before a major European summit, with ongoing pressure to reach a diplomatic solution to the war with Russia. U.S. soldiers and interpreter killed in Syria ambush. Two U.S. Army soldiers and a civilian interpreter were killed in an ambush in Syria. U.S. soldier and interpreter killed in Syria ambush. Two U.S. Army soldiers and a civilian interpreter were killed in an ambush in Syria attributed to an ISIS gunman, marking a significant casualty for U.S. forces in the region. UN missions in Iraq conclude after more than 2 decades. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres led the formal closure of the United Nations mission in Iraq after 20 years, highlighting both achievements and challenges in the country's transition. That's the news for today. See you tomorrow. I think that was a lot better than the last one. Why are these people being disrespectful in the chat? It's one guy that made two accounts just to comment that. It's crazy because he tried to comment something, and I guess the uh, AI or bot or whatever didn't let them put the comments. So they had made another account just so they can fulfill their whatever they needed to say. It's the funniest thing ever. But it's good for me because I get more freaking viewers. The whole point of Cake is to get more people in the chats. As many people as you can get typing. That's the goal. So that's good. I want people to be disrespectful. Bring it. I love it. The more people that we can get to chat, that's the goal. That's when we talk about the news to get people freaking heated up. Nah, it's to spread objective information. That's actually why. But we're trying to spread. actual truth. Nah, bro, that doesn't exist. That does not exist. My main message and my overall direction in life is peaceful and united. But the chat, who cares about the chat? Who cares about the comment section? Say everything that you need to say in the comment section so I can have freaking 1,000 comments, 1,000 people in the chat typing random shit. That's the goal. That's the goal. But obviously, my message and my approach is peaceful and united. And if anything, they show contrast. They show the contrast of how black and white, it very clearly shows. You hope Donkey 123 has both sides of their pillow warm and not cold. That's that's just evil, bro. They're not gonna be able to freaking go to sleep today. You know how horrible that is? You always want some nice cozy freaking cold, whether it's freaking the blankets or the pillow or something. That's just mean. That's just mean to say. Why would you say something like that to someone? Why would you wish for their pillow to be warm? That's just crazy, bro. That's just crazy. That's messed up. That's just messed up. Okay, okay. What's next? We don't have anything. So today we're not gonna check on the we're not gonna check on the actual markets because they're closed. So there's nothing to check. Nothing has happened except on Bitcoin. That's a 24-hour market. Um, but and we're past the 1 hour, so I don't see any YouTube videos that I would like to watch today. So I think we're gonna close it for today. I think we're gonna close the day on a good note, and that is that I got the uh, the pillow. See, I'm reading your comment. I said freaking pillow. What the heck? I got the news report done, so that's good. Now I can go ahead and take this out of the way. This is my friend. This guy comes into the live stream every day and just hangs out with me. This is a good guy right there, little flying buddy. Why don't you go into the light? Go into the light. I know you want the light. Go into the light. I know you like the lights. You're always flying into the light. Go, go, go. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Well, that's it. Glory to God. Have mercy on me. And God willing, this goes great.